Hey guys, I am Corrado. I am the head of entertainment video here at IGN. It is day 3 at E3. It is 8 a.m. We've been here for about an hour and we have the Nintendo Direct showcase in about 2 hours. So we are wrapping up rehearsals. I'm gonna take you guys around really quickly and show you kind of what it looks like behind the scenes here on a production day right before we start airing. This is our war room. We call it our war room because this is basically where all the strategizing for editorial and games in general happens. That's where we broadcast our live stream as well as the press conferences that are going on. All right, this is basically post-production. This is where all of the packages come in out of the field and they're sort of turned around and edit. It takes about anywhere between half an hour to, as much as 2 hours, depending on how complicated the shoot is. They put a bunch of B-roll on whatever's shot outside, and then it comes over to the stage where we basically roll it live. Arguably the most important piece of this whole operation, crafty. Right over there, that's where the food goes. We have really good lunch and dinner spreads and coffee, 24 hours a day. The day at IGN starts super early, so it's very important that we have the best in the business doing makeup over there. I've seen what the talent looks like before they sit in those chairs. This is an absolute must. This is what we're calling the writer's room, and I use that term loosely because none of us here are technically full-on writers. Everyone here is more production. We do a lot of writing though, and this is basically, we all hide in this room during the press conferences and we watch everything right here on this monitor, and we work in a single Google Doc and we just sit there writing up notes. We do it in real time. We have about an hour to figure out what the talking points in the post-show will be, and literally we run from here to the stage and we are inputting those notes into the scripts as the show begins. It happens instantly. So this is the IGN Stage. We have about a half an hour left before we have to shut down and prep to go live. So we are finishing up some final pieces of rehearsal. That's Max Scoville. He's one of our hosts, one of our producers. He is currently rehearsing catches and tosses to the press conferences. That's Sydney Goodman. They're shooting the Daily Fix. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen live. That's actually pre-recorded, and then we kind of roll it in later in the day whenever it gets completed. The irony is, it's all the news throughout the day, and it's the first thing that shoots. It's 8:11, that thing will be done by 4 p.m. And it looks like we're just wrapping over there. That's where all the producers sit. We kind of are all plugged into the Rundown Creator, which is basically the hub of all of our scripts and footage. And we're working off that in real time. Oftentimes, a developer will cancel and we'll have to move things around, and it's pure pandemonium. A dozen or so bodies back there, some working audio, some working scripts, some working B-roll, some working graphics. We have a TD that's switching. We have a director that's calling all the shots, and then you have a couple of us producers that are sitting there just trying to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of the whole show and make sure that it doesn't kind of fall apart when the changes come. But overall, I mean, it takes a village. I would say there's probably a good 20 to 30 bodies in here at any given moment during the live show. And these things last between 5 to 8 hours. So there's no movement sometimes. For hours on end, we just sit in those chairs and crank and crank and crank. And that's kind of what it takes to bring you guys E3. All right, well, as you can see here, we're just moments away from actually getting started. So I gotta get to work. If nothing else, tune in and see what it looks like when it all comes together. See ya.